Let yourself settle into the space that you have chosen for this evening's meditation practice. And we call it a practice because each time you partake in this experience, it is a practice. It is an unfolding, and each time you practice, you are coming from the moment you are in, so that each time can feel different in whatever way is meant to be. And as we practice, we acknowledge this process, a process that takes us inward. So as you settle down and get yourselves comfortable, when you are ready to close your eyes, and let the stimulation of the outside world begin to fade away, so the stimulation of the inner world can come forward. And as your body begins to relax, give your mind permission to rest in its active reasoning thinking. Let your mind know that this is part of the process. And in cooperation with this process, your mind can rest, allowing your thoughts to gently slow down. Letting them float by without any attachment to them. As your thoughts become quieter and quieter, fading into the background. And recognize your ability to do this. Giving your mind a gentle task to rest and let the thoughts float by. And consider this very gentle but powerful skill to be something you can also use in your active life, allowing your thoughts to float by, picking and choosing those which are important and those which are not, to serve you in the moment. I would like you to begin now to focus on the experience of your breathing, turning your awareness fully activated in the experience, the sensation of your breathing. Feel the air as it comes in through your nose, without any need to control it. Just allowing your body to breathe in its own natural rhythm. Feel the sensation of the air as it travels in and as it travels out. Notice how long it takes to fully inhale and how long it takes to fully exhale. Allowing your awareness to expand into this experience. Going down deeper into a place of deep relaxation. Allowing all the muscles to rest in the most comfortable position. Continuing to follow the cycle of your breathing with your awareness, as if you were watching yourself breathe from inside your breath. As if you were experiencing your breathing from that place inside where the inhalation and exhalation begin. Follow the trail of air as you breathe in, and the air goes down into your chest. And knows exactly when to come back out. Bring your awareness down into your chest. Feeling the air come down to greet you as you inhale. Watching it and feeling it rising up and away from you as you exhale. And in this cycle of breath, you begin to feel the rhythm Your inhalation may be a little bit shorter than your exhalation. And that is part of the rhythm. Feel as if your whole body is breathing now. With every breath in and every breath out, your whole body is in the experience. Calibrating to the rhythm of your breathing. And your body relaxes more and more. As you become aligned physically and emotionally, mentally and spiritually. All the subtle bodies coming together facing forward. With a curiosity and interest in the moment, being in the moment as fully as possible. And in this way, you are calibrating to this moment. It is like an attunement, letting all your senses awaken, activate, and come into alignment. Recognizing that each moment is part of a flow from one moment to the next. Allow all your senses to realize this flow. And we understand that there is a flow in many aspects of nature. We understand how the river flows downstream. We understand how a current of air flows gently as the wind. We understand how rain flows gently into the ground. And we understand how blood flows through our veins and how air circulates through our cells, through our bodies. It moves through the lungs and it pushes the diaphragm and engages in a very complex, intricate flow to nurture all the systems in the body. And to nurture all the subtle bodies. And in this flow, there is a current of health and well-being that always exists. And as your body relaxes and your mind rests, this flow within you is free. Free to nourish and provide all the information and communication that we experience as a whole being. There is a synchronicity And we, in that synchronicity, are free to calibrate to any and all the laws of nature. Which is why when we give ourselves the opportunity to be at the beach and we feel the sand beneath our feet and smell the salt air and hear the gentle rush of the waves as they flow into the shore. And as we gaze out over the ocean and notice the line, that horizon line where the water meets the sky, there is something magical that we calibrate to that allows us to feel so much better just being at the beach, in the sunshine, in the temperature, warm, and notice how if you bring yourself to the mountains, you calibrate to the strength, to the sturdiness, and the great expanse. And you calibrate to this aspect of nature when you visit the mountains. Whether they are of great rolling hills or tall mountain peaks reaching high into the sky, we calibrate and it makes us feel better. Just by being at the mountains. And whether we choose to stand at the base of the mountains and gaze upward at the magnificent structure, the many, many centuries of geological form, the changes over time, just like we can feel those geological changes somehow by observing the mountains. We can feel also a connection to our own ancestry, the generations that make up who we are. And just like if we were to walk through the forest, down a smooth dirt path, we calibrate to the vibration of the trees, to the vibration of the plants, to the vibration of the ground, the earth, the soil, And as we calibrate to all the natural law of the forest, we recognize the deep roots, the tall trunks, and the ever-reaching limbs. With the most beautiful green foliage and the variation of earth tones in the bark of the trees. And we feel so much better when we put ourselves amidst all the plant life, feeling the power of the forest. And if we listen very carefully, we can hear the stories. The stories that the trees can tell. And we can hear the songs of the plants. And we recognize the beauty of walking through a garden filled with beautiful, multicolored flowers, growing up from the earth in an array of colors that just takes your breath away. In all the different shapes and sizes, in all the different blended colors, so vivid and bright, some bright and some soft, through all the spectrum, through all the shades of red and orange, all the shades of yellow and green, all the shades of pink and purple and violet, and the deep shades of blue, ranging all the way to the brightest light blue that would match the sky on a clear day. And colors of cream and white, the purest white flowers, and we feel so much better being among the flowers, and the subtle aroma, the beautiful fragrances that they produce for us. And the pollen they provide. To nurture the bees, and the hummingbirds. And we recognize our ability to calibrate through the visualization of these colors, through the fragrance, through the warmth upon our skin from the sun that nurtures these beautiful flowers. And we recognize that the laws of nature are calibrating to something too. A part of something bigger that does not require our influence. But is a part of natural laws that know and govern and maintain the flow. The natural laws that keeps the earth on its axis, rotating through the orbit. And that keeps its distance so consistently in relation to the other solar bodies in the planetary system. And when we gaze up into the sky at night and we observe the stars, and we recognize that we are on a gently rotating planet, rotating on its axis and rotating through its orbit. And we recognize that our solar system is part of a bigger system. The galaxy, our galaxy, called the Milky Way. And we realize that there are many galaxies that make up the universe. And there is something so transformative when we calibrate to all of that. And if we are to dream and dare to let our imagination take us even farther, we can imagine that our universe may not be the only universe, and that something even bigger and grander is governing our universe. And what if we were to calibrate to all of that? The way nature flows repeats itself in such magnificent ways. Through time and space, through our imaginations. Bring your awareness down now back to the experience of your breathing, feeling your whole body breathing, calibrated to all that is available to us. For we are a part of that natural law. And through our inner knowing and the wisdom of our souls, we understand exactly what it means to be in alignment. And in a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 5. And as I count, just acknowledge how masterful you are in your meditation practice. 1, beginning to journey back now, knowing exactly what you have done to get where you are. And 2, slowly returning, bringing back with you all the insights and good feelings, the deep sense of calm, and the deep sense of clarity. And 3, feeling all your senses alive and active in the moment. 4, coming back to the room that you're in, starting to wiggle fingers and toes to get acclimated to your space once more. And 5, coming all the way back now, starting to stretch and wiggle your hands and your feet and gently roll your shoulders and stretch your arms and gently rock back and forth, coming all the way back, knowing that you can visit any of these glorious places to feel the wellness and the power simply by calibrating to these natural environments